Hey, this is Demitri with the Demitri Team, and I want to talk to you about something that used to be pretty common, but hasn't really been talked about a lot lately. It's usually available, but people don't really exploit it, and that is your loan assumable? You know, with interest rates that were out there that were pretty low, you might have a 2, 3, 4% interest rate on your loan. And if that loan is assumable, if there's a way to have it assumed, that could be a huge selling factor for you and could be one of the things that allows you to get a little more money maybe than what your house would normally have sold for, simply because people are saving tremendously on the interest. So their payment is a lot less because they could assume the loan. That is something you can't just assume it's not. You need to call your lender. You need to find out, and you probably need to go up the chain, because the first person is probably going to tell you, no, it's not assumable. But the reality is, yes, it could be. And you could look at your loan documents as well, the actual mortgage document that came, not the application and all that stuff. But a lot of times there is a piece that's called the due on sale clause. And it says if you sold it, you can do it. But if you read the due on sale clause, a lot of times it has additional language that says that if it was assumed, it gives you an opening that says it could be assumed. So you just need to exploit that and see if that's possible. The other thing to consider, not only assumable loans, but a seller carryback. Maybe you've got a lot of equity. Maybe you own your house outright and you don't owe anybody anything and you've got a lot of equity on it. Potentially, you could have the buyer do a first, like go to traditional financing. Let's say, you know, you had a house, you're going to sell it for $600,000. You might consider saying, well, look, you go get a loan for $500,000 and I'll take a carryback for $100,000. You might offer them a little bit lower rate. Typically, it doesn't be forever. It's not like like a 30-year loan. You might consider the seller carryback for 2 years, maybe 5 years at the most. It could be an interest-only loan. It could be have a balloon at the end of that time frame, so that that it's paid. So let's just say it was an interest-only 2-year loan with a balloon. So you'd get whatever the interest rate. Let's say it was 4%. Maybe 5%. You'd get 5% on that money, and at the end, the face value of the loan, because they only paid interest, face value of that loan, that $100,000 would be the balloon. That's what they would owe you in the 2 years, and they could refinance at that point. Sometimes refinancing is better. They get better terms, better rates, especially if it's an FHA. You could look at doing that. One of the things that does, and I'm not a tax professional, I'm not a financial person, but I will tell you, it will be worth having a conversation, especially if you own it outright, you've owned it for quite a while, and you potentially are facing some capital gains tax, that it could be beneficial by doing a carryback that would offset that tax, because you didn't receive that money in pocket. Now you've put it off to some future date, and you only owe taxes on something that you receive now, not in the future. So that would be worth a conversation to see. So those are some things to think about as far as how to maybe position your house as a little bit more valuable, because getting into the house is a little more obtainable for people. All right, I hope this information was helpful. We do look forward to working with you in the future. Have a terrific day.